This video contains extremely graphic and gore horror narration. It is purely for entertainment purposes. Sensitive viewers may experience nightmares. This story was forbidden for me to tell, but it must be shared so that you understand what's really happening in the world and why 4 YouTubers suddenly disappeared in 2018. Throughout human history, we know that countless horrifying experiments have been performed on innocent people, especially during humanity's darkest times. Victims were subjected to cruel procedures for twisted purposes. Many died after long and painful processes. While some of these experiments led to scientific breakthroughs, what you're about to hear is the story of what happens when one of those experiments spirals completely out of control. The gruesome fate of 4 YouTubers who, driven by greed, lost their lives in the most brutal, unimaginable ways at the hands of human-like carnivorous abominations. Just outside the city, there was a public water park, a popular weekend destination for families. But by evening, around 7 or 8 p.m., people began reporting bone-chilling human screams. The sound came from a strange well nearby. Locals blamed it on gangs or organized crime, that maybe victims were being dumped in the area. Fear spread, fewer people visited. Then came reports of missing persons, men, women, even children, who vanished without a trace. The water park had been built on the edge of a dense forest. Beside it stood a deep, terrifying well, so dark that even leaning over it revealed nothing but void. That same fear grew into obsession for a group of 4 urban exploration YouTubers. They planned one of their biggest collaborations ever, a live broadcast from the mysterious well. Their goal, views, fame, subscribers. Had they known what waited for them below, they might have thought twice. August 24th, 2018, Alex, the leader, along with Kyle, Ethan, and Ryan, arrived at the now-abandoned water park. At 4 p.m., they went live and began their descent into the well, believed to be dry since the park's construction. As they lowered themselves nearly 150 meters down, they described the walls crawling with spiders and roaches. Eventually, they reached the bottom. The atmosphere was eerie. Even through the stream, viewers said they felt something was wrong. With only their flashlights, they discovered the well wasn't just a shaft. It led into a massive cavern. As they explored, viewership surged. Over 1,000 people were watching live. That's when they found it. Huge, rusted metal door. Behind it was a hidden underground laboratory. Inside, the place was ransacked, equipment shattered, and in one corner, the camera caught something. A creature, pale, with massive black eyes, staring at them, watching. The viewers begged them in the chat to get out, but the group kept going. One of them discovered fresh blood, and then intestines, still moist, recently torn from a body. 3 of the YouTubers wanted to leave, but Alex refused. He was obsessed with exposing the whole truth. Think of the views, he said, the subscribers, the money. Ryan and Kyle stayed. Ethan turned back, heading alone toward the well's exit. Ethan had a channel focused on internet mysteries and urban legends. He was talented, but arrogant. As he climbed, he felt something following him. He brushed it off as a prank, but when he reached the metal door again, his stream captured a single frame that would haunt viewers forever. In seconds, Ethan was ripped apart alive. His screams echoed through the stream. Creature tore his eyes out, peeled back his face, and exposed his skull. Yet he was still breathing. The humanoid monster gutted him, tearing open his stomach and organs. Blood gushed like a river. The camera shook violently before falling. Ethan was brutally dismembered. Meanwhile, the others explored the lab. They descended deeper into its lower levels, finding human-sized cages and eventually a freezing cryo room. There, they found horrors, deformed humanoids hanging from meat hooks. They also found documents. One read, Project Glot 1. It detailed a secret experiment on a convicted criminal. He was forced to ingest a classified bacteria, had half his skull removed, and was given a new brain implant. He was also injected with mutagenic substances that led to extreme obesity and limb overgrowth. Final stats: 2.3 meters tall, over 800 kilograms. His eyes were removed and replaced with a chainsaw mechanism. The subject developed immense strength and escaped. His location remains unknown. Other documents revealed the truth. This lab was developing bioorganic weapons to be sold on the black market. They were meant to survive extreme conditions, regenerate quickly, and kill brutally. As they read, one of the hanging humanoids began to move. Creatures were waking up. The 3 YouTubers panicked. They ran, but in the maze-like halls they were separated. Kyle, known for horror content but hated in real life, tried to hide. He was cruel to his family and fans, had inappropriate chats with followers, and now he was surrounded by monsters. In darkness, with no flashlight left, only his cries could be heard. Creatures laughed like humans as they ripped him limb from limb. In his final moments, Kyle begged for forgiveness for his parents, his victims. The stream had nearly 15,000 viewers, and not one dared comment. Ryan never wanted to be there. He was forced into the project. A normal guy, harmless. He tried escaping and saw the well's exit, but the rope was destroyed. He turned around. 10 monsters chased him. Worse, he saw the severed heads of his friends, held by a giant mutant, their faces twisted in agony. Other creatures chewed on human limbs, and every bite crunched bones like rotten fruit as Ryan braced for death. A military rope dropped into the well. An elite special ops team descended, guns blazing. Ryan was rescued. Alex, the leader, the most arrogant, met the worst death of all. He entered a chamber. Outside, something massive banged on the door. He cried. More than 20 creatures waited. Then, a giant green humanoid with a chainsaw broke through. The monsters pounced, devouring him alive on stream. The camera captured everything. Chunks of flesh torn from his thighs, arms, face. The giant sliced open his gut and ate his intestines. Even without eyes, it could hear perfectly. Alex's body was reduced to a ragdoll of bone and blood. The stream was finally banned, but I still see his broken spine in my nightmares. Ryan survived. Police were called by dozens of viewers. The military eliminated the threat, but captured none of the creatures. The government erased everything, claimed it was part of a horror movie campaign. Ryan vanished, but before he disappeared, he released photos, documents, and evidence, proving the connection between the park owner and the lead scientist. The well was sealed, the park destroyed. The lab remains a mystery. Some say the creatures are still down there. We don't know how to kill them. Some believe they are immortal, bred to torture and devour humans, to make us suffer as much as possible. There are places where screams can still be heard today. You now know the story. It's your choice whether to share it or keep it to yourself. But remember, there are things in this world you were never meant to understand. Don't try to find out who I am. Don't ask how I know this. Just take this as a warning. I wish good luck to anyone who reads or listens to this document. Goodbye.
So this is the end of the video. This is an English version of a creepypasta that I did some months ago on my Spanish YouTube channel, but honestly the original version is so far more violent, graphic and gore. But well, the reason why I used an AI voice, it was because I think it's better to tell a story with a robotic kind voice. I don't know, I feel like it can transmit you the feeling, obviously putting a music according the story. But well, thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video.
But he took your